Dr. D, Dr. D, Dr. D. Dr. D, Dr. D, Dr. D. Dr. D, Dr. D, Dr. D. Explain stuff.
Hey everyone, welcome to Spring 2021 with me, Dr. D. Our class is Biology 2420. That's microbiology for science majors. If you look here on your eCampus page, I have two sections this semester. I have Biology 2420 section number 82003 and I have section number 82005. So you are either in this class 2420 82003 or you're in this class 82005. So I'm just going to click on this one, for example, 82003. So take a look here. This is your eCampus shell. On the first tab there is the syllabus. I sent you the syllabus earlier this morning being the first day of the semester, January 19th. And if you look at the syllabus, it really is a good resource for you. Your syllabus is basically an instruction manual for the course. So let's take a look at our syllabus. Again, I'm Dr. D, Dr. Danish, but I just go as Dr. D. To email me, this is my email address right here, sdanish@d-cc-d.edu. We have a YouTube channel that I'll show you in just a little bit. The YouTube channel is really a great resource for you. I've got full-length lectures for you for this semester. I've got lab stuff explained in there. I've got exam reviews, advice, etc. There's a lot of nice videos there for you, so make sure that you succeed this semester. Office hours. Obviously, we're teaching from home, so there's no office to go to, but at 9 a.m. every day, I try to sit by my computer, read any emails, and correspond that way. So 9 a.m. every weekday is, how I conduct my office hours. My phone, obviously, we don't have a phone. We're at home, but this is the division office phone number at school in case you need some administrative help. Course information, obviously, you guys are in Microbiology 2420. That's Microbiology for non-science majors. I have two sections. Let's see what else is important. Certification date. What is this? February 1st is the last day you have to be absent. I need you to at least log into eCampus and at least attempt some assignment before February 1st, because otherwise when I certify the class, I have to say that you weren't present, and that could affect financial aid. Okay, and the last day to withdraw is April 15th, 2021. Hopefully no one has to withdraw, but in case someone does, the last day to withdraw and get a W instead of, say, an F or a D would be April 15th. And it's always better to withdraw if there's a problem than to get an F. Hopefully no one has to, but just so you know. Now, you can read through the course prerequisites, course description, student learning outcomes. This is all pretty cookie cutter stuff. Texas core objectives, required course materials. All right, let's get here. So for the course materials, we are not going to be doing the online homework system. I just need you to access the book, and I give you handouts. There's really nothing that there's no mastering microbiology or anything like that is what I'm trying to get at. But let me show you something. To access your book, go on eCampus, go under Mastering Microbiology link on the left here. You see, let me actually make this a little bigger so you can see what I'm talking about. The Mastering Microbiology link, click on that, and then click on Mastering Microbiology Pearson eText. And this is your textbook. Take a look here. It's just loading up. There you go. Here's your textbook. So you have access to the textbook. That's all you really need. Besides my lecture materials here on the left, if you click on lecture materials, see I have a PowerPoint handout for you. And once you download that, you open the PowerPoint handout. This is chapter 1's handout. My exams are based on these handouts. So what would I use the textbook for? I would use the textbook to help me understand the handouts, but the test material is from these handouts, if that makes any sense. And also, check it out, I have videos that cover the handouts. So if you click on this video, this video will take you to the, will explain the handout to you. So look at this.
Explain stuff.
Hey everyone, Dr. D here, and in this video we are going to be covering Chapter 1 for biology. So this is a 45-minute video where I explain step by step, slide by slide, the concepts from the handout I just showed you. So the textbook is really just there in case you don't understand a concept from these videos or from these handouts. You can go to the textbook and learn those concepts in better detail, in more detail. So that's basically where we're at with that. Let's go back to the syllabus. The quizzes and the homeworks are all going to be on eCampus. I'm going to post the quizzes on eCampus and you can complete them there. I'm going to post the homework on eCampus and you can complete them there. I haven't posted any quizzes or homeworks yet. Each week I will tell you what's going on that week as far as quizzes and homework. So what you need to know is under your eCampus site here, take a look. I have a new tab here called Weekly Updates on the left. Each Monday by noon, you should log in, click on Weekly Updates, and look at what is the agenda for that week. Right now, I don't have anything, but in just a few minutes, I'm going to upload Week 1, that's this week, Week 1's update, and what you have to get done this week. And then next week I'll have Week 2 update, and then all the things you need to get done each week. So to be successful, again, what would I do? I would get on here every Monday, I would click Weekly Updates, and I would get everything done for that week before the end of the week. Okay, let's go back to the syllabus. So graded work, we have 4 lecture exams worth 100 points. We have lecture homework, which is going to be on eCampus. I'll tell you when I've posted that. We have a disease report worth 100 points. I'll tell you more about that later on. We have lab practicals. Lab practicals are like lab exams based on the lab material. So lecture exams are based on those handouts I showed you, and lab practicals are going to be posted on eCampus, and they cover lab material. They're basically lab exams, if that makes any sense. The lab homework, these are what I call the quizzes. The lab homework covers lab material, and the lecture homework covers lecture material. So when I say quizzes, I basically mean these homeworks. There's also an unknown report, which I'll tell you about later on in the semester, and discussion board participation. Let me show you that real quick. Discussion board participation. Here under your eCampus site on the left, you have a tab here called discussion board. So under discussions, you've got introduce yourself. So let's take a look. It looks like a bunch of you have already introduced yourself. This is great. I've introduced myself here. This is my introduction. I have a short video here of me introducing my background, if you care to see that. And you guys are all introducing yourselves. That's our first discussion board assignment. Go ahead and log on to eCampus now, start a new thread, and introduce yourself. And to get full points, you need to also read and respond to another student's post as well. Okay, it's a nice way of getting to know each other. You could even exchange maybe email addresses with one another so that you can, help each other out or work on assignments and things like that. So that'd be great. You could get to know each other a little better, right? So let's go back to the syllabus. The grading scale is your standard grading scale. 90 to 100 points is an A, or I should say 90 to 100% is an A, 80 to 89 is a B, 70% to 79% is a C, so on and so forth. Then go ahead and, I don't have time in this video, but go ahead and read through the lecture exam rules, read through the lecture homework, the disease report. This is all the information you need about each of the different assignments we're having. And at the end of the syllabus here, we have a course schedule. Each week it shows you what's going on that week, minus the homework. The homework I'll post, and when I post the homework, I'll let you know when I've posted them and when they're due. Other than the homework, everything is here. All the due dates are here. So this week I would read and understand Chapter 1 handouts by watching the Chapter 1 video and reading through the Chapter 1 PowerPoint I told you about. And then for lab, I would do Lab 1. Let me show you where Lab 1 is. On the eCampus site, go under Lab Materials on the left here, Lab Materials, and look at Lab 1 is essentially this activity here called Transfer of Bacteria, Pure Culture, Colony Morphology. This is Lab 1. I would go ahead and read through and understand Lab 1. Take a look. I would read through it. So you simply read through Lab 1. I would also watch the video I made on aseptic technique, which is part of Lab 1. And then I would also maybe familiarize yourself with the lab manual. This lab manual also covers a lot of the materials that are in those lab activities that I just showed you, like transfer of bacteria with aseptic technique. Perhaps familiarize yourself with that as well. Okay, so there you go. That's the lab material. And if you notice, these are the concepts to learn for the upcoming lab homework and for the upcoming lab exams called the practical exams. Okay, so each week, make sure you're following this. Make sure you're logging into eCampus and going under the weekly updates tab and looking at what am I supposed to be doing that week. And if you're ever confused, just email me. I'm free to answer any questions you have this semester. I'm here as a resource for you. Don't forget, 9 a.m. every morning I sit here and that's my office hours. That's when I correspond with students. I'll try to do some live stuff on YouTube, but we'll see. Sometimes it gets people's schedules conflict. So we'll see if I can do some live YouTube streams as well. So that's the syllabus. Read through this on your own. I left some things out that we don't have time to discuss. But let me go through the eCampus site a little bit better. Again, you got the syllabus here. You've got the weekly updates, and then you have the class YouTube channel. I really want to show you this because this is a great resource for you. This is the Dr. D Explains Stuff YouTube channel. I would definitely visit this channel because I've got, again, full-length lectures for you, the full chapters for BIOL2420. You see here, if you click on this playlist, here's the entire semester. Here's the entire semester of lectures for you. In fact, I'm going to move chapter 6 up. I don't know why it's way down here. So you've got, chapter 1 through 15 here. And what else do we have under this YouTube channel? We have the orientation video. We have this is my intro video where I tell you who I am, who is Dr. D, if you want to know where I came from, my background, etc. We have concepts explained, like if you don't remember cellular respiration, I have a nice video here explaining cellular respiration. I know that was a tough concept in 1406, and by watching this video, you'll refresh yourself as to how cellular respiration works. I've got other concepts here, like from other classes as well, like mitosis, meiosis, functional groups, etc. I've got exam reviews. This is a good one for you guys, right? See, Biology 2420 Exam 1 review, Biology 2420 Exam 2, Exam 3, Exam 4, okay? Notice how there's 2 Exam 2 reviews. I would always go with the latest one, okay? Go with the latest exam review, not the older exam review. Oh, by the way, I have an advice playlist here, and that's the best advice I have for you, okay? I would at least watch this video, you guys. This is How to Ace College. in this video, I explain how I studied when I was your age, when I was in college. How did I do well in college? How did I study PowerPoints? How did I study concepts? How did I learn the concepts? So this is a good video to watch. And at the end, I have a treat for you guys. I have a little clip of me when I was in college studying back in 2001. So you guys could see that as well. So I would watch this, in case, especially if you're wondering, well, how do I study in college? How do I do well as a biology major? Well, this is me explaining to you in great detail how I did that. And then we have instruments or tools. We have, lab stuff. I'm going to post more lab material here as well throughout the semester. Then we have the fun stuff. I have my hobbies here in case you're wondering what my hobbies are. I rebuild cars and things like that. I'm rebuilding a 1978 MGB. And by the way, I'm also a fellow Dallas College student. I'm in the associate's program for automotive technology, which means, I am also a student. I'm taking 2 classes this semester, air conditioning repair for cars and engine performance. So that's kind of fun, So I know what it's like to be a student. And I remember, I don't have to remember 20 years ago to be a student. I know what it's like to be a student now. So I try to use that knowledge to make your lives easier by not making necessary demands or lofty demands on you guys. I try to keep it doable, right? And then at the end, I have some miscellaneous videos as well. So anyway, I hope you use this as a resource. Go ahead and email me if you ever have any questions. Email me. If you oh, by the way, look here, I have other social media as well at the top right here: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Even I started that up. And by the way, people ask me all the time, is there extra credit? Yes, there's extra credit. There's going to be a 10-point extra credit assignment called the art project. You can do an art project. You could do a TikTok video. You could do a YouTube video. You could make a song. You could paint something and send me a picture of the painting. You could make something out of clay. But as long as that something is something that we learned in this class, a concept we learned in this class, that'll count as a 10-point extra credit art project. Have some fun with it, and just have a good time. But learn and study hard. This is a class where you need to really focus. Do your work each day throughout the week. Don't cram. Watch my video on how to do well in college. Again, welcome to the course. Let's have a fun semester, and I'll talk to you guys next time.
Dr. D, Dr. D, Dr. D. Dr. D, Dr. D, Dr. D. A Dr. D, Dr. D, Dr. D. Dr. D, Dr. D, Dr. D. A Dr. D, Dr. D, Dr. D. Dr. D, Dr. D, Dr. D. A Dr. D, Dr. D, Dr. D.